today I'm going to be talking about the 2 small losses I took this week, and then the 1 big win that eliminated the small losses, and then some. On the screen you'll see Hood. I was looking for a break of pre-market low, and I think I was busy at work, so I didn't catch this one because this is great. This is a break, retest, could have entered here, and then we flushed. That would have been perfect, but I didn't see this chart until a little later on, around 10:30. So we got the break, we came back, I saw how well it was respecting the VWAP here, this yellow line, and then I was looking for a bigger flush, so I entered here, but I never got that big flush, so I didn't trim anything. So I took a loss of 5% on Hood, and as you can tell, that was a good cut. Obviously, it reversed, and it trended up the rest of the day. So happy I caught that. Didn't work out in my favor. I tried it, didn't work, so I got rid of it. Moved on to the next one. Later in the same day, I took a trade on Oracle, which, now looking back on it, this was definitely just a bored trade. It was back on the 7th. So it was the same day as the Hood trade. I think what was happening, looking back, hindsight, is that I was probably a little upset that I took a loss with Hood, so I thought, well, maybe I can make it back. It was a pretty small loss. Let me see if I can get something at this end of day. So when I was looking at Hood, was see how well we were respecting that pre-market low, that previous day low. I thought maybe if I could enter around that level, we would reject again. Because if you look, we came down, rejected previous day low, pre-market low, flushed, real nice flush. So I obviously missed that. Came back up around that level, and then we dumped again. Then we came up, rejected that level, dumped again. So I thought, okay, maybe if I can enter somewhere close to pre-market low, maybe I get lucky, and it happens again. Why not? Well, this was so late in the day, I only had 30 minutes left available to trade. So I entered around 3:30. It wasn't even that great of an entry. Look at all the space between both previous day low, pre-market low, and then the top of this candle here. Entered here, and then I was looking for a big flush. Well, we never got that big flush, and I never trimmed, so I ended up taking a 14% loss here. I ended up waiting for it to get way back here. I was kind of just in denial. However, kept it under 20%, which is always my goal. So I obviously closed the day red, but I thought, you know what, that was not smart. Let's just move on to the next day. So then the next day comes, and that's when my ABGO Broadcom alert went off. So the very next day, after I took the loss on Hood and Oracle, I had Broadcom alert. This alert on Broadcom happened very early in the day. It alerted here. Obviously, we wicked off a pre-market high, so I didn't enter. The next candle, we broke above pre-market high. However, this retest candle, we closed underneath, so I really wasn't interested. Then we trended down towards pre-market low, kind of looked like a chop day, just in between pre-market high and pre-market low. But then, I actually reset the alert to see if I could get another entry if we broke above previous pre-market high, rather. And that's when this came in. So we broke above, and I actually entered pretty small size here to start because it looked so strong. And then I entered my full position a little later this candle once we started to really fill in towards the last few seconds of the candle. And then as you can see, we really took off. We never really came back down to pre-market high. This trade here resulted in a 122% gain. As you can see, we ripped up and then we came back down. This is when I ended up cutting my very last runner once we closed on the opposite end, so we were underneath the 9 EMA. This is kind of your tell that the trend might be switching from bullish to bearish, which I suppose we did a little bit, not for very long, but that big move, that was kind of the tell that this big move is over. And as you can see, it pretty much was. We kind of just came back up, kept retesting this same kind of area here, and again, I ended up with a gain of 122%. All consistent sizing. The losses were the same size, this win was the same size, so this win completely eliminated, just disintegrated my losses. And that's what you can do if you stay consistent and if you keep your losses small. The whole goal here is to keep those losses small so that these big wins can just completely erase those losses and your account still continues to grow. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you like this content and you want to see more of it. I'll see you in the next trade review. See ya.